Whereas we hit a lot of limits when we were dealing with people or biographical information using ChatGPT, it appears that we'll get much stronger results when we get geographical, looking at specific regions or areas or countries. At a very high level, we could explore New Zealand, just follow up with where we left off in the previous section when we went from a person or a surname to a tribe to specific tribes in the world. And then going from there, we found a large percentage inside of New Zealand. So let's explore the country of New Zealand. I'm just going to enter that in and see what it comes up with if I just put a topic in there, not even asking a question, but just saying New Zealand. It's thinking about it. We can always click the down arrow here. Gives more information about New Zealand. Here it's a country located in the southwestern Pacific Ocean, made up of two main islands, the North Island and South Island. And so one thing that you can do if you're wanting to explore other regions or wanting to make sure your question that you pose isn't perceived to be a follow-up thing inside of a thread is you could select to do a new thread here. And one of the other topics that we randomly generated previously is this particular place or geography topic called Wangsan, and it's a populated place in Indonesia. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to ask ChatGPT in a new thread about this particular region, asking where is this? Doesn't know the answer. And so once again, we're brushing up against some limits of ChatGPT. So depending on how well known a geographic region is, and probably the larger, if you're talking about cities or countries specifically, it'll probably have more information. Let me go back to the topic here. Let me see if it has any information on Central Java, which is a province inside of Indonesia. So we're going to take this up a level and giving it a hint by asking where rather than what. So if I asked what is Central Java, it may come up with a different answer, perhaps something related to Java programming language. Let me go ahead and test that out. And so it is smart enough to know that Central Java is this province in Indonesia. But notice here between where and what, it's giving me more details with what is Central Java, giving me the 32 million people, whereas where is Central Java is just being specific to where it is, whereas what is a more open-ended question, and it's giving me details on where it is, but also more details around the number of people, as well as some of its important agricultural aspects of the region, such as rice, tobacco, sugar cane, etc. So this is a higher level than where we were at previously with this specific region or populated place, which is in the Magelang Regency. Let me go ahead and see if I can find more information around that inside of ChatGPT as well. Instead of where is, I'm going to say what is, so I can potentially get more information. What is this particular regency here? And then I'm going to down arrow here to get the typage. And yes, typage is a word. And so this gives further details around what a regency even is. It's an administrative district and it's found inside the province of Central Java. Gives some details around the square kilometers, the population, main crops as well. And then gives you information around some tourist attractions such as the Borobudur Temple and the Dane Plateau. What we could do then is we could explore further this temple and or this plateau. So I'm going to ask what is Borobudur Temple. And so you can notice that once you find an area that ChatGPT knows something about, you can dive further and deeper into a topic, really find your niche and pinpoint an area of information that you could explore further. And you see now that we're down to the temple level here. This does reveal that this is a Buddhist temple from the 9th century, located in the Magelang Regency in Central Java, Indonesia, which we've looked at previously. And it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You may want to find further information on what that means. You could always ask ChatGPT about that. You can even get information that is built on a hill, consists of 6 square platforms, topped with 3 circular platforms with a large central dome at the top. They say that a picture's worth 1,000 words, and so I'm going to put ChatGPT to the test to see if it can pull up images of certain things. Previous lesson, we were looking at a specific temple in Indonesia called the Borobudur Temple. Let's see if we can pull up an image for it. So I've asked to show me an image of the Borobudur Temple. It's unable to browse the internet or access any images. So this is text only. Even though it does provide you examples of code and it can write code for you, it does not provide you with images. There's probably a lot of copyright concerns. It does give you some nice text-based descriptions of what this temple may look like, But if you're wanting to see an actual image, that's where you'd want to go to Google or Wikipedia, for example, to pull in more information of what this might look like. So here is an actual image of the Borobudur Temple on Wikipedia, and here you would find the description. So this is a limit of ChatGPT, but understandable. So we'll continue on exploring more geographical concerns inside of ChatGPT starting the next lesson. Another geographic location we pulled up randomly via Wikipedia earlier in this course was Alawang, and that is a village inside of Burma, in northeastern Burma. Specifically here in the image it shows where that's located. That's very specific. Let's see if ChatGPT can locate this particular location. I'm going to do a new thread so as to not get it confused with the previous geographic location. So I'm going to ask, where is Alawang? Let's see if it has the information on Alawang. And so once again, this is an area of the world that ChatGPT has not explored or discovered yet. So we could go at a higher level here. And for example, the Kachin State, we'll see if it knows about that. And so it is returning some information here that is a state in northern Myanmar, formerly known as Burma, bordered by China to the north and east. One thing to bear in mind whenever dealing with geographic locations, especially if it's really specific or small, is you may need to go up a level in order to start getting some hits or some returns from ChatGPT. The district that Kachin State is found in, let's pull in some information on that, and then I want to show you how to explore an area further as well using ChatGPT. So the previous answer for the Kachin State is the capital of the Kachin State is Kiena, in that district is pulling in further information as well. Starts to give you information around a diverse population of ethnic groups, and the district is named after its capital city, as well as information around what it's bordered by, and as well information around the Irrawaddy River running through the district. And so in the next lesson, I want to hone in on a specific thing that stands out here, and that would be this specific river. This is a geographic location. This river runs through more than just one section though, and I want to explore the possibility of how you would approach using ChatGPT to write an article or a report on the Irrawaddy River. I want to take a topic that we found inside of the previous lesson, that being the Irrawaddy River, and I want to explore using ChatGPT to write an article or a paper for you related to this specific river. This is an example of how you can use this amazing tool, ChatGPT, to write content, blog articles, academic research papers, etc. I'm going to use ChatGPT at the forefront here for some idea generation. I'm not just going to ask it to write an article for me, but I'm going to give it my goal here of I'm trying to create a good 1,000-word article on the Irrawaddy River. What would it need to contain? Let's see what it comes back with. Okay, so from an idea generation perspective, this is giving you some details on what would be contained in a good 1,000-word article on the Irrawaddy River. It would need to contain a comprehensive overview of the river's geography, history, and significance to the people of Myanmar. And it could also start by providing some basic information about the river's location, length, and major tributaries. And then it suggests that you could go on to discuss the river's historical importance as a major trade and transportation route in Myanmar, as well as its current role in the country's economy and development. And then from there, it starts to get into some other things that the article could accomplish. You could delve into unique cultural and ecological significance of the river, including its rich biodiversity and the traditional ways of life of the people who live along its banks. You could also discuss the challenges facing the river and its ecosystems, such as deforestation, pollution, and the impacts of development projects. And additionally, the article could explore the many interesting and scenic spots along the river, including ancient temples, scenic forests, and colorful local markets. And so then it rounds things out saying overall, a good 1,000-word article on the Irrawaddy River would provide a well-rounded and engaging look at this important natural and cultural resource in Myanmar. You could take that as a jumping off point. You could decide to really focus on one significant thing here. You could look at what are the deforestation challenges along the Irrawaddy River, and I'll hit the down arrow to see this generate. And so bear in mind that all of this content that's being generated right now is just from one specific topic or item from the idea generation portion of what a good 1,000-word article may contain. It's given me a list here of several different challenges related to deforestation, specifically to this particular river. I'll leave it to you to read this or try this out on your own. I'm not going to spend my time reading this, but you can tell that with just a few follow-up questions here, you have a lot of content that you could then go and produce further information around or to explore further. You may want to hone in on reduced water quality related to deforestation on the Irrawaddy River. So as you can see, you can really niche down or niche down, depending on how you like to pronounce that, and go further with ChatGPT on any topic that it has information on. And so finally, I'm going to attempt to have it write an actual 1,000-word blog article related to deforestation along the Irrawaddy. So I'm asking it to please write an engaging and thought-provoking 1,000-word article on deforestation challenges along the Irrawaddy River. Hit enter and let's see what happens. And so here, my friends, we have machine learning by way of ChatGPT writing a 1,000-page article for me. I will save this to a PDF and make it a downloadable resource so you can read it at your leisure and take in the implications of what we are now witnessing by way of ChatGPT. And so it did complete. For some reason, there is a network error here. I'm going to copy and paste this into a PDF file. Check for that in the resources so that you can review that so you don't have to pause the video. And we'll continue on from here exploring further use cases for ChatGPT starting the next lesson.